All right, here's a quick material sample for peak transformation differing quantities 5D. For all the stimuli, you're going to have a different amount of identical objects, and we just super glued or used a hot glue gun to put them onto laminated note cards. So for the first set, we have 9 poker chips and 2 poker chips. And then we have duplicates of these to make it really easy when we're running the program. So we just have 2 sets of those because we're going to do them in both directions, where we're having them find different for the 9 poker chips and then finding different for the 2 poker chips. So again, they're not just memorizing stimuli, that they're really paying attention to what the instruction is and what their options are for what's different. For 3 and 4, we just used these little pegs, again, and just glued them onto these cards. So we have 9 pegs, 2 sets of those, and then 2 sets of 3. Okay, so that's all the train classes. For all of those, you're going to be, presenting the same combination, just in different orders. So these 2 would be in front of the participant, and then you'd hand them either the 3 or the 9, depending on if you're on train class 3 or 4. And then the same for the poker chips. It's pretty straightforward. For test classes, we just have different stimuli on these note cards. So we have 5 bears and then 1 bear. Okay, and again, the same 2 sets. So again, you're always going to have these 2 out, and then just depending on what test class, if it's 1 or 5. Okay, and then the last thing, we just use popsicle sticks. So there's 7 popsicle sticks. Again, your field's always going to have those. So you could put a distractor out too if necessary. And then you would be either giving them the 2 to find different or the 7 to find different. And again, you're going to be going back and forth so that if we just were using this, they would always know this would be different. So that's why we're switching these out. Okay, so that's just a quick, easy example of what materials you might use for this peak transformation program, differing quantities 5D.